Hello, everybody. welcome to welcome to our quantum psychic akashic readings, clearings, and healings. I'm John Binney, and as it says on the screen and on my top, and hello, Viviane. Welcome.
Hi, John. Hi, everyone. I'm so grateful to be here. I hope you're all having a good day.
Thank you, Viviane. It's lovely to see everyone. Thanks for coming along.
Mm-hmm.
We're excited to take your requests. Yeah, as always, please put them in capitals, and we'll be randomly picking them and working through them. And hope you're all doing well. I was. This is an increasing theme. It came through today in meditation from my guides about the sun's activity,
Mm-hmm.
sun's ascension. Um, how how's the sun been for you, Viviane? You seen any changes? Felt any changes?
Uh, yes. And to me, being out in the sun is, um, I find it very healing and comfortable and comforting when I feel the sun on my skin. And we talk a lot about the solar flares and how the energy is strong and affecting us in ways that we don't always think about. And
Mhm.
yeah, I welcome the sun, sun's beautiful energy.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I did a couple of videos today in it, well, and a song, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think the new things to me anyway were that first of all, the just like, and this is kind of two aspects to this. One is that when we have children, whether you're
Mm-hmm.
whether you're the mother or the father, um, when we have children that are a higher frequency of us,
Mm-hmm.
then our frequency will, like, we will raise our frequency. So for some people, that means going through an awakening to be able to
Mm-hmm.
support their child properly or fully, like the full frequency
Yeah.
of the child. It's like, oh, that's so lovely. And I was asking my guides, why are you showing me this? And they said, because this is also true for the sun and the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And that the earth has already got to the stage where Gaia's um, expanded across the third, fourth, and fifth dimensions, and the sun's been holding back because the sun knows as soon as it goes, okay, let's start fully stepping into the fifth dimension, that broad frequency range causes a much more significant shift on Earth. So it further accelerates the awakenings, the open heart awakenings of people. So that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
um, and what was the other thing? Oh, just on like the Schumann resonance and solar flares, is that it these are like some of the indicators, but they're only like a small part of, like, in other words, our understanding is only a small part of the sun's activity. That there's much broader frequencies that are coming through the
Mm-hmm.
sun, both into the earth and into our own hearts directly. And I just heard that we can help ourselves by grounding regularly. I was doing it for quite some time today, like walking barefoot on the grass or a stone, and allowing yourself to release, just like out of a pint glass of water, to
Yes.
imagine that you're a glass, like a dirty glass of water, and you're draining the dirty water into the ground. But it's not just dirty water, right? Any excessive energy, anything that's too much, if you're receiving too much energy, too much good stuff too, then you can just release it. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
think that would they were the main things, and yeah, it is really exciting. It's also a good reminder that anyone, any human, and any animal, any living thing can go through an awakening at any time in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So just when you're looking at your, friends, family, world leaders, pets, trees, like whoever they are that you're that's in your mind at the time, know that each of their souls will have chosen whether to um, experience an awakening in this lifetime, and then also when, like roughly, like often an energetically aligned event,
Mm-hmm.
um, like for instance when solar activity increases, or Like when if the world ends up propagating, specific amounts of fear or hardships, it'll be like a trigger for that soul.
Mm-hmm. It's very interesting.
Definitely. And it's ironic because I'm here in what feels like an underground facility, hiding from the sun.
I can see the sun through the windows here, and it's a beautiful day. Yesterday was also a very beautiful day, so definitely go for a walk later. Enjoy.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been out in the sun almost all the day, so I'm okay for a
Yeah, I
couple of
saw the
hours.
picture of your lunch meeting
Lunch meeting with
outside.
Pat. That's right. Yeah,
He's so cute.
he is incredibly cute. Wonderful. Well, I can go ahead and create a safe space, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, please keep your requests coming. We already have 10. That's fantastic. And thank you for coming, everyone. Will please join us as we create a safe space. They're really helpful for both you, your sovereignty, your boundaries, your own vibration, and also us working with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you'd like to join us, we'll begin by taking in 3 deep breaths in through the nose, nice and deep, and breathe out what no longer serves your highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any fear, shame, anxiety, or pain, nice and loud. And breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any remaining low vibration energy or emotion that no longer serves your highest good, nice and loud. And continue to breathe deeply and calmly. Now focus your attention on the center of your heart. And from there, extend a cord of light up through the top of your head, reach up into the sky and up into the stars, reach all the way up through space and this universe to the highest frequency you can imagine, and there connecting your light cord into the highest dimension of source. Remain connected into source and extend your light cord down to the stars and the sky, back down to the top of your head and back into your heart once more. And just allow your heart to gently soften and open within the safe space you create. And now, this time, from the center of your heart, extend your light cord downwards, down through the root of your spine and deep into the ground, all the way down through the layers of the planet, going deeper and deeper until you reach the very core of Mother Earth. And there, connecting your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. We send Mother Gaia so much love at this time. Allow her to send her love back. Remain connected into Gaia's heart and extend your light cord back up through the layers of the planet, all the way up through the root of your spine and into your heart once more. And now, together with the light of Source above and Mother Gaia below, expand out your golden bubble of protective light to surround you about 2 meters out to each side, above and below, in front and behind, and set the intention that only energies and entities with your permission, your highest good love and compassion can see you, access you, or exist within your space or within you. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into your safe space, inviting your guides, your higher self, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metron, Source, and Gaia. And we ask at this time for their guidance, clearing, healing, protection, and assistance with the integration of today's messages and healings. And through space and time, I create a golden protective bubble around all of us in the live stream, in the replays, across both Viviane and myself, John's YouTube channels. And I set the intention for this safe space that only energies and entities with Viviane and I's permission our highest good, love, and compassion can see us, access us, or exist within this space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into the session space for Viviane and I invite in our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia. And we set the intention for today's session for those with the highest good, love, and compassion of all to be matched with and to enter our live streams, to be able to place requests in all capitals. We'll randomly select requests and work our way through them. When and if your request is called, then please say hello in the live chat. Let us know you're here, and we will do our best to serve you. If you're asking for healing on behalf of someone else, including typically a child, loved one, or pet, then please do ask their permission in advance of your request. Thank you. And so it is.
Very lovely. Thank you.
It was when I think it was when I said for you and I invited in our higher selves, both my ears just went like it's like, whoa, that's so cool. Thank you. And welcome to everyone who's been joining us while we've been setting up the safe space. And there was a lovely comment from Angela just saying, see how amazing John and Viviane are, along with other people they work with, including like Natasha, Diane, G, Linda, etc. I feel so blessed and lucky to have found this group. Thank you so much, Angela.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you for finding us, and we're delighted we found you.
Yes.
Wonderful. Would you like to go first?
Okay, sure. Yes. Okay.
Fantastic.
All right. I'll close my eyes and
Wow. It starts so loud. I'm going to learn next time to turn down the volume first.
Close my eyes and move my mouse pointer here through the question. So I feel like clicking on it.
Fantastic. So we're choosing your next request. Please say hello in the chat if your name is called.
Donna Marie, I believe you're here, but please say hi in the chat. You're asking for a scan, and if you're saying you feel blockages, okay, so we may remove that for you. So please say hi in the chat. Oh yeah,
Donna's
you're here. Thank you.
Donna Marie. And I think I did Donna Marie last, it must be Monday, right?
Yes.
But there was another Donna.
Yes.
But I think you weren't there for the first one, maybe?
That's true. I was there for Donna and not
Yeah.
Donna Marie. Mm-hmm.
Great. So yeah, let's see if we can help with a quick scan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing across. It's just at the very bottom of the heart, and this goes over the solar plexus and then just touches into the sacral chakra, and it's almost like this feeling of it's like a feeling of being really bloated.
Mm-hmm.
I've not been pregnant before, but from the descriptions that I've heard about it,
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's a little bit like that, but then also a bit like kind of irritable bowel, like a like aggravated.
Mm. I can feel the heaviness in the heart. Is like my heart is being pulled down
Hmm.
towards the lower chakras.
I'm just asking Donna's guide, and the guide is saying that it's related to it's like integration.
Mm.
So integrating some of the healing that we did on Monday, and acceptance of um what's in your guide saying acceptance of the situation, okay, with different relationships. And it's like your body's just going through like a final stage of um digestion.
Mm.
Okay, and that might explain some of the heaviness in the heart, but I'll just focus on just below the heart, like the
Okay.
very bottom of it. If you want to feel free to go into the heart in more detail or anything else you want to look at.
Okay.
I'll just help clear this energy and help Donna with her integration. Okay. Return to source or never return here again. Just grounding that energy in. It's like the energy I describe it as like a mix of healing, acceptance, and negative self talk. So they're kind of like
Mm-hmm.
different paths for each, including grounding and releasing the negative self talk into the earth. And Donna, you were saying, "Oh wow, I think I've had that for a long time. I thought it was normal." Let us know what you're referring to. Was that the your heaviness in your heart, or the kind of bloated sensation that you had?
Yeah,
Or
and
both?
when I looked into the heart, I had an image of like a heart holding an umbrella to protect, like obviously for rain or whatever. But it was, I think it had something to do with the accepting and saying yes, because I heard before that I heard say yes. You need to say yes, and I cleared that. My heart feels better now. Oh, she said the heaviness and bloated started 12 years
Hmm.
ago. Wow, long time. Okay. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I would say for the bloating, because it is a mix. It's a mix of different things, and like simplifying your diet can really help.
Mm-hmm.
It might sound simple. It might sound quite obvious, but it's really helped me. Like one thing I stopped a couple of weeks ago now is like eating snacks. Now I eat a lot in my meals. There's no danger of me disappearing with the amount of food I eat. But it
Mm-hmm.
definitely reduced the complexity of what I was eating. Um, and fasting, you can use your best judgment for fasting and what feels right for you. But trying something for a short period. And I think what would really help you, Donna, is even if it's for a few hours in a day or like half a day or something, feeling what it's like to not be bloated would really help you. Because it help you feel into like, oh, I don't need to always feel like this. Um, and yeah, you were saying about a relationship. Um, heavy, heavy was a relationship. My heart was heavy, whereas a
Mm-hmm.
relationship had to accept what was.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Yeah, and acceptance doesn't need to be. This isn't just a message for you, Donna, but acceptance doesn't need to be, putting up with things that make you unhappy. More that accepting that a relationship is only ever going to be what it is right now, and not to what's the word, like kind of project on hopes and expectations and conditions onto relationships. And a really simple way of working through that is like gratitude, saying I'm grateful for this relationship, even if it's not the best relationship in the world that you're describing. You said, "Oh wow, I just started clean eating." Fantastic.
Yes, I saw
I love
that.
the idea. Clean eating. That just sounds good. I'm going to start
Yes,
describing my diet to myself like that. Thank you.
yes.
Clean eating, John. Simple, clean eating. Um, wonderful. So I will put a little bit of music on and choose the next request. In between each request. Okay. Choosing the next request. I am Lulu. Well, you are Lulu. I am Lulu. You asked for, just let us know if you're here, and you asked for who is in your home with you and for a spiritual clearing. Who is in my home with me? That's a little bit cryptic.
Yes.
Do you mean, oh, first we'll just wait for I am Lulu. Are you here? Let us know before I start asking your questions when you're not here. Yeah, I was interested. Is that spirits of some kind or something more physical?
Waiting for you. I am Lulu. Please say hi in the chat if you're here. And hi to everyone that joined us on both channels. So happy to see you here. Okay.
Yay.
Good. You're here.
That's good news. Okay. And yeah, let us know. I am Lulu. Who, like, what dimension you think is it that someone is in your home or something is in your home? Like, is it physical third dimension or fourth, fifth, or upper or lower? You just let us know. And we'll ask as well. So let's take a look. I can look at the home if you like, if you want to get started with the clearing.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm sure I feel like we're going to overlap quite quickly, so I'll just make a start with home. Wow, I'm glad after I received all that and then opened my eyes and see Lulu says, I have been told by several people that I have at least 6 spirits here who just want to hang out with me. So the first thing in your home when I scanned through, and it was really, really fast and very strong, like there was no like hunting around or trying to figure out what's going on, which often happens with lower vibration entities. This being was very bright and almost like, you know, I closed my eyes and immediately saw them in your home, and they appeared like they were showing themselves almost like a sometimes we might describe, you know, our souls and like the inner part, almost like our somewhere between our soul and our DNA within our human form, like this kind of oval like shape and a very bright white light. And I asked who they were, and they said, "Oh, they're saying they're like a grandmother to you," and the energy was very, just very loving and really quite intense, like really intense love, and I asked your spirit guides. I said, "Is this being who they say they are?" And the spirit guides said, like, yes. And they were kind of, I think there was a slight kind of friction and annoyance with this very loving angelic like energy with you, which was that they hadn't really given permission, and it's not clear that you had given them permission to be there, but there is no doubt that their intentions are pure, and they're exactly who they say they are, which is lovely. Just that you know, just like any being, whether they're light and bright or dark and heavy, you get to decide whether that being should be there or not. And I can ask for a name if it's helpful, because that would allow you to, to say to them whether they're allowed in your home or not. Okay. Yeah, two names. Tabitha Mackay. Tabitha Mac. I think this is the right spelling. Mackay. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's your, like, it felt like a grandmother, but I don't know if that's your grandmother's name or who that is to you. But that was a good start. How did you get on, Viviane, with the clearing?
I was pulled to her three lower chakras, and the root and sacral felt heavy and just a lot of stagnant energy. I didn't see anything specific. And then I looked into the solar plexus. When I cleared the energy, it looked like cobwebs are coming out of it. It was just like this, like heavier, stagnant energy. And I ran golden light through her body. Feels better now. So I please drink a lot of water, lots of water. I am Lulu, and ground your energy too, because I kept getting that. You need to ground your energy. Make sure your root chakra is well grounded. She's saying here, no idea who she is, but she's right. Light. I don't mind her being here.
If she's right and light, you don't mind her being here. Yeah, I would I would just suggest that, and just, well, first of all, as you were describing the work you're doing, Viviane, it's important to, how to describe it, not to kind of bias light over dark, so don't, I have boundaries. For example, I don't let people in my house, even if they're like, Jesus or something. You'd be like, I would only allow them in if that person had my permission. And just because they're, the lightest light or the darkest dark, that rule still applies. And it felt like for your clearing that you're going through, is like making sure you ground and integrate all of like your beliefs, like all of your energy flow. So you get to choose. I am Lulu. You get to choose what your boundaries are, and you might say, "Oh, anything that has my highest good is allowed in my house freely." That's your choice. For me, that's not my choice. I don't allow random angels, etc., into my home. I'd always make sure that they had my permission first. So that's your choice. You get to decide. But you have a name, Tabitha Mackay, and I think that's also like one aspect of discernment, right? Is like, are they actually, like, she was describing her grandmother like energy, and it's like, but I'm, and she is who she says she is, Tabitha Mackay, but what I don't know is that she's really your grandmother. There's that kind of feeling like, I want to be your grandmother. It's like, right, that's lovely, but maybe also just slightly creepy. You get to discern. I'm Lulu. And I'm Lulu was asking about men. Um, yeah, I don't have any specific boundaries for different genders, and I'd recommend, you know, you
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to have different boundaries for different genders.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't think she is your grandma. That's right.
Yeah, I hope that helped. And like you
That helps.
said,
Yeah, it's super
yeah.
fascinating.
Oh, we have a lovely comment here from Adela G. Uh, it's an update. Thank you, John and Viviane. You have my gratitude. My son's headaches and left back pain are no more since the spider-like entity is gone. Thank you both. So
Oh,
glad to hear that. Thank you so much.
yay! That's fantastic, and well done, Adela G, to both you and your son. So much of what
Mm-hmm.
we do, if not almost all of what we do, is just help bring your consciousness to these, um, to the healing for your consciousness and your body to work through it. Um, so well done, and yeah, thank you so much for taking the effort to share, sending so much love to you and your son.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Is
Uh,
it your
my
turn?
turn. Yeah. All right. So, let's
You're choosing your next request.
I hear these waves of the sea, of the ocean.
Please say hello in the chat if your name is selected. For any new requests, please put them in capitals.
Crash upon the
see.
shore
Sherry
of
and
our
Mashki,
human forms,
would you please say hi in the chat if you're here? You're
and
asking for a
as
healing on your eyes.
we feel these waves.
Yeah, let us know if you hear.
Oh, yeah.
Cherry? Yes.
Thank you.
Cherry. I was me and names is so funny. Not Cherry, Sherry, right? Um, feel free to correct us, Cherry. Especially me. Um, fantastic. So you're here, and we can take a look at your eyes for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's both eyes. To me, it looks like an increased sensitivity, but there's something going on with the being shown like in both retinas. This like it's like these darker patches that run through and into connection into the brain on both sides. I'm just zooming in to take a closer look. Okay. I can share what I see, which
Mm-hmm.
is because I sense you're likely to see something different. I don't know why yet, but I was shown that the what I'm looking at is like almost like scorch marks. That there was this scorching from the sun, and that it wasn't super obvious, Sherry, when she was looking like it was just like a normal sunny day, and you were looking outside, but there's like this pulse of energy, and it was higher up in frequency. It was higher up like up into ultraviolet, so not quite into ultraviolet, but like just going up into it. And that pulse of energy seemed to cause this like this this scorching of the nerves, like so there's nerve damage. And fascinatingly, I was shown how to heal it before I was really shown how it is affecting you. Um, But before I do anything, what did you see or feel?
I noticed the image I saw. It was the eyes, slightly teary, and I saw a clear film, like a square-shaped clear film over each eye. And I got the message that it's trying to keep moisture, and that is the reason it's there. So far, that's what I have.
That's fascinating. It reminds me of I don't know if this is all seagulls, but seagulls we have here called near where I live called gannets.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a second eyelid for
Yeah.
diving, so they close it down, and it's like diving goggles, and they can go. They
Mm-hmm.
hit the water at something like almost 100 miles an hour when they're diving for fish.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it felt like. It was like this like it's a protective layer, but it's also like keeping
Mm-hmm.
in the moisture, which is lovely.
Yes.
Um, so I'm just gonna. What I'll do is I was simply just shown to bring in source
Okay.
love energy in through, so coming in through the iris and good to go in through the retina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and your guides are saying for me to do it really gently. Okay. So bringing down a column of golden light from the highest dimension of source, just above Sherry's crown chakra, and then just gently filling your crown chakra with source light and expanding it out outside your eyes, and just gently flowing this in now, in through the eyes. And into the crown chakra. And then allowing this energy to gently flow down through the third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, root chakra, and into earth. The message I heard about your eyes was the eyes are an extension of the soul. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
I'd ever really heard it like that. Maybe that you could see, I think I've heard that the eyes are a window to the soul, but I never heard this. The eyes are an extension of the soul. Um,
Yes.
but that's very beautiful, and it feels
Mm-hmm.
very conducive to ascension, like receiving ascension energy from the sun, and like it's feeding your soul coming in through your eyes. Is there anything further to do on the outside, or does it look okay now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see that they were directly linked, and that when something's burnt, it like dries, and so
Mm-hmm.
that's what this like film on the outside was trying to do, was trying to hold what
Okay.
the moisture was there. And so I just didn't get it initially. It's like, why something burnt and something else is dry? What could possibly be the connection?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Hope that helps you, Sherry. Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
My turn to choose then.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Rise and fall and breathe every peak, every drop.
Okay, choosing your next request. Please put all requests in capitals. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Teresa. Teresa Ing. You'd love a message from your guides. Just let us know if you're here. You here. Let's catch up with some of these requests. Teresa, let us know if you're here. Yay, you're here. Is that a cat in your picture? I'm not sure. Or is it a flower?
At first, it looked like a cat to me too, but it could be, it could be flowers.
Okay, we can ask for a message from your guides. Okay.
It's a bee.
It's a bee.
Yeah.
Lovely. Yay.
some guides.
The message I got is first of all that you're, Teresa, you're really loved. Like you're really, really loved. Like your guides love you. And I'm sure I've said this many times, right? But there's something very important for you in this message, and that is for you to fully open up and receive their love. They're with you all the time. They're around you all the time, and they're asking you to hold yourself. They can't hold you physically at this time, and so they're asking you to hold yourself, to give yourself a big hug from them, and within that hug, to gently open up your heart and to be able to receive love, both of yourself and then also of your guides. And if you're hugging yourself right now, if you're not, start it now. And because your guide is just placing their hand on your heart now. And she's just whispering to your heart. She's saying she's whispering, it's okay. It's okay, dear soul. I love you. It's going to be okay. And just allow this really calm, loving energy to flow through you, through your whole body. And you can do this anytime. You can ask your guides to repeat this. You can hug yourself at any time. And one practice that our friend Chloe showed me is if you're hugging yourself, you just lean your head slightly over to the left, and it's like, because we tend to do that when we hug others, right? And
Yes.
it seems to help receive, like you're leaning over to the receiving side. I'm saying, yes, I love, I receive.
Yeah, nice. For you, I have a message that it was about joy. I heard feel the joy, and I saw an image of you in like like carnival rides, including a roller coaster. But you were really having a lot of fun with your arms up and with that motion of the up and down. So it's about experiencing the ups and downs of life, but it's still making sure that you always have joy um, through it all. So yes, I hope that helps you, Teresa.
Yay, joy.
Yeah, a lot of it. And I also see a comment, a lovely comment here from Sherry saying that when it comes to the eyes, the healing we just did makes sense, especially the dryness and the film over the each eye. And it's just thanking us. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Who are you gonna call?
Yeah, I kept seeing these. My guides were saying, I was watching YouTube earlier, and I was developing my advanced training course. I'm sat there typing away, and my guides are saying, "Hey, John, have you ever thought of like a YouTube channel, like you could call it like the Real Ghostbusters or the Real the Diaries of a Real Exorcist?" And it's like, oh, like that's a lovely idea, maybe. But I have so many ideas to work through. So, who's next?
It's my turn. Okay.
Thank you, Teresa. She's saying, thanking you both, tears of joy.
Thank you. Oops. Excuse me. Okay, choosing. I have a trancing with spirit. Okay, and please say hi in the chat. And if you don't understand that question, I understand that question. Is she's saying, can I request a special, which is a Viviane special,
Oh,
with a twist? So that means that would be with a Jenny twist. That is one of our, our friends, and it's basically a message. A Viviane special is a message that you need to know now for your highest. That you need to know for your highest good from your guides, and the twist is like what you a little side of what you need to know really like right now at this moment. So
okay.
and please say hi in the chat if you. Okay, yeah, you're here. Thanks so much.
I thought the twist was like lemon or something, and it would be like, okay, I want a good message and a bad message, or maybe a really big good message, just a tiny little bad one. That's fantastic. Yeah, we can ask
Mhm.
for Viviane special with a twist. I seem to be getting a lot, so I'm just taking notes in the chat.
Yeah, I feel this big heart expansion. Feel.
Yeah, I felt like I got like
Mm-hmm.
a good paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guided to let you go first. I won't hit enter until.
Sure, no problem. I really felt beautiful energy in the heart, a lot of expansion, and this beautiful open heart and growth and expansion. And I saw, um, I heard, okay, yeah, growth, expansion, travels, and I saw you journaling, and then I heard, yeah, journaling, channelings, and I'm still getting a little more. I see the energy when you're writing. I see this energetic connection between your hand and the pen you're holding, going all the way to your heart and your third eye. I heard on a mission. You're on a mission. We are proud of your growth. We are proud of how open you are to receive the guidance, to receive these channelings, and to really go for what you're asked to do. You're really taking the steps. You really taking the steps to move forward on your journey, on your mission. Your soul and your ancestors are proud of you. And I saw the vehicle you're traveling in, and it's like spreading this healing energy as you travel. I heard continue to open your heart, and more will come, more in as in form of knowledge and in a form of channeling information. And I heard don't forget about the book, about gathering this and writing a book. Yeah, that's what they mean by don't forget about the book. It is one of the that is the twist of the message.
Wow, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what I got was I was shown like three. Hold my fingers right.
Mm-hmm.
Three strands, and I was like, "Oh, what are these? What are these?" And they're like almost like three different runways, and like the overall message is about alignment and accelerating ascension. And it's like, oh, like, and this real feeling like that twist feels like quite fast. This isn't a message like, oh, in the future you're going to align. It's like, no, no, no. It's like now, 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 now. Um, and so the three main areas are like one is like clean consumption. So
Mm-hmm.
really focusing on cleaning up as much as you can what you consume, everything, right? Food, drink, your people you're with, that you talk to, the YouTube channels or social media
Mm-hmm.
channels that you consume, TV, everything. Start a great place to start is just looking at the uh, conscious decision behind it, right? So you don't absolutely need to clear it up right now today, but start to consciously think. And one simple thing I do is I just ask my body, like in each moment, like, how does this feel? And sometimes, especially when you're watching something, you might get an answer which is like, this feels a bit weird. The second is simplifying your life. So, like anything that has any complexity to it, like finances, especially things like regular subscriptions, your time, like any kind of things that keep coming up in your calendar or repetitive tasks, anything you can simplify, focus on that because it creates this much more aligned flow in your life. It like a simpler life is just so much easier. If you think you want to do any channeling of any kind, it's just like this. Imagine it. I keep seeing these three things like a runway, like you're just clearing the runway. And the third, slightly mysterious, is preparing for ascension. And it's like, great, what does that mean? I said, well, what does it mean to you? Like, what does if you're preparing your body and your heart, mind, and soul for ascension, what would that be? And just as I was writing that you just mentioned briefly, Viviane, heart, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like that's right. Like that's really all our awakenings and our ascensions are, is an
Yeah.
opening of our hearts. So that's what it would mean to me. But I feel like for you, there's a greater meaning beyond the heart. But it's a good place to start. Finally, I was asking, is it cake that trancing with spirit should avoid? I'm just getting this ringing in my ears, and this is as I drank a Pepsi, um, and no judgment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just be aware of like there was something like the energy of these like processed sugars causing this kind of like how would you call it, like a brief kind of like mania in your body. Your body's like, it feels a bit manic, it's a bit like, oh, it's a lot, um
Mm-hmm.
and has to go and process it through. So especially if you're trying to like sit down and channel, and the next thing is like you've just eaten something, even for a period of like 10-20 minutes afterwards, like avoid these super sweet things, especially if they're not natural. And if
Yeah.
you are eating these things, try and avoid, try and set aside time for it so that it's not interfering with other work. and just consciously keep going for the healthier alternative, right? You don't
Mhm.
need to just dive into a pure fruit diet only.
Yeah.
But I definitely I'll try and find the most natural thing, and I might start with fruit. It's like, body,
Mm.
did that do it? It's like craving gone now. Can I
Yeah.
not eat that cake that I really love? But I hope that helps you.
Yes. And I just put in a your note there. Well, actually, I was out shopping yesterday, and well, I was bad, and I bought bread. I mean, I love bread, but anyway, I bought bread, and I wanted sweets too, and I actually grabbed this big bag of chocolate, but I was like, no. I actually picked it up, and I was like, no, I'm not. I can't do this to myself. I put it back, but I then I chose to buy dry fruit instead, so that would be
Mm,
my sweets that I'll be snacking on.
that's
But
a great idea.
but I still bought bread. But anyway,
I was exploring with my drive down to England last week. I
uh-huh.
was researching the things that help you stay awake when you're driving.
Yeah.
Because I used to use these horrible energy drinks. Oh no, I don't know why I was doing it to my body. It's like just drinking poison. Your body's like,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and you'll know the brands maybe even better than I do. But I instead like just caffeine, either just coffee or some other like healthy energy drink that really just has caffeine or just has the
Mm-hmm.
thing you really want out of it. But on the healthier side, yeah, dried fruit was amazing, like something
Oh,
crunchy.
yes.
You can pick at it, like,
I know, yeah, and it's
and
sweet, and yeah, I
yeah,
definitely.
it's fruit. Who would have thought it? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think also uh, sunflower seeds, which I didn't
Yes,
realize I loved.
yeah, I
They're
love
so
them
cool
too.
because they're not as I love nuts, but then I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, but they're like nuts, but they're not as bloating. Like you don't feel like
Yes, I agree. I like
I would
I,
eat a
I
whole
love that
pack. I
too.
would just like, here's a kilogram of
Mm-hmm.
nuts, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
sometimes you want a little bit of something salty, so yeah, the sunflower seeds are lovely for that. And
yeah.
I got this dried apricot, and they're so good
Mm.
and meaty and like really like filling
Oh
and
yeah.
very healthy. And other dry fruits. But and when it comes to caffeine, I still drink coffee, but sometimes when I need a caffeine boost like that, that is, uh, I actually drink green tea. And it's
Mm.
not all green tea that I enjoy drinking. I try different brands, and then I
Yeah.
found one that I like, and then
Oh, lovely.
I enjoy drinking green tea.
Wonderful.
Hmm.
Now I'm getting hungry.
And cleansing with spirit is saying, yeah, it makes that what we said made a lot of sense. And she's giving us confirmation. Yeah, thank you for being here
That's
and for your question. So,
Lotus Bloom was just saying
mm,
that I binged on cake and chocolate today. I feel so guilty. God knows why. Panic, perhaps. Um, yeah, I think it's like I. That's
mm,
for me. It's like if you'd asked me some of these things, I know 10 years ago, but like, who cares? Who cares about? Back then I used to drink alcohol and a lot of
yeah.
it, and I ate a lot of meat, and I had no. I would just open up the fridge and be like, "Can I get that in my mouth? Well, I'll try it," and I'll eat it,
Mm,
and almost like I remember I'd laugh and say, when you're drinking, there's no such thing as calories. And it's like, that's literally how I felt. Like I would just like a walking dumpster. And then, I would just,
mm,
keep running every day, like I still do Monday to Friday to keep my weight down. It's like, that was such a horrible relationship with my body. And I feel like
mhm.
a relationship's a great way of thinking about it, right? And, you know, talk to your body, especially if you're about to do something that maybe your body's not going to enjoy. Like, have a conversation about it. Maybe you'll even do a bit of a deal. Um, and yeah, I just think it's like all we're really challenged to do for ourselves in our lives is
Mhm.
just always try and take a little bit of time to improve on the things you're doing. So, and it
Mhm.
might mean that you will be eating cake some days, or you will have a binge day some days. But over time, you're exploring things that you enjoy, because I don't feel that humans have really cracked the perfect recipes that are any better than like what you were saying, Viviane, about what's really just natural,
Mm-hmm.
um, natural foods, and we can go. It's like eventually we'll be gravitated back towards those, and that they will also be farmed. And I don't know what it's like in the US, but in the UK, we farm for appearance, not for taste. Whereas
Yeah.
when you go to like Spain and France and any country in Europe, they're like you get these like kind of big ugly like apples and
Yeah.
tomatoes. They taste amazing, and here they're
Yeah.
like,
And
oh,
nutrition.
an apple must be the same size. It must
Yeah.
have the same shape.
Perfect
And
skin, right?
that's
Just
right.
no
Yeah,
blemishes.
you're looking in the supermarket. It's like, whoa, they're weird. They're all kind of the same. It's like that's so
Yeah.
strange.
That's interesting. Yeah, but it's very true.
Okay, must be my turn.
Yes.
Wonderful. Choosing your next request. Boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. What a lovely day, 90. I thought this was a lovely request. Let us know if you're here. What a lovely day, 90. Do you think one day I'll have written enough songs where they just like do all the work for us? We just sit here and say, "Oh, just choose a song," and then it just does all the work.
Mm-hmm.
Any sign of what a lovely day, 90? Are you here? Let us know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're asking for a message from your inner child. So once we know that you're here, we can give you that.
Calling, what a lovely day, 90. Are you here?
Hmm.
I think that's a no. Okay, I'll go to the next person.
Yes.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Iris Arrow, let us know if you're here. Iris Arrow, are you here?
So far, I don't see Iris Arrow. You asking for a message from your guides about your mom and her health.
Just give you a minute.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay. Iris is here. Iris Arrow
Yay.
is here. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Mm.
So you're asking about your mum and her health. If we had permission from your mum, we could probably ask her guides, but we can ask your guides about your mum. I think that's the closest we can get.
Mm-hmm.
We can give that a go.
Okay.
For me, I'm showing your mother lying down, and the message of that rest is really helpful for her. And then I'm sure this was a theme that came up in on Monday as well. Is that like, but it was presented as being in the room. You, regardless of whether you're in the same room as your mother, you can also send her healing love energy while she's resting in particular. Telling her that you love her helps her open up her heart to receive it more easily. And even better, if you'd like to ask permission to offer her healing, that would really help. I was just in particular like shown, you know, resting is great for what's around her core, heart and lungs, um, and down into the stomach will be really helpful for her. How about you, Viviane?
I'm still getting.
It's cool. Take your time.
Mm-hmm. I did hear something about, we were just talking about food, but I did hear something about diet and processing her emotions.
Mm.
Yeah, and then I heard absorption when you, or she's saying she's turning 90 and her memory is declining. It's hard for her and me to communicate. Okay, let's see. And then I heard food for the soul. And perhaps has something to do with that you're saying that it's her memory is declining, but you mm, remember a few things that she enjoys and maybe uh, intro- reintroduce that to her diet, I guess. And I heard that you are taking good care of her, taking good care of your mom. And then when it comes to the memory declining, I got that, it's like on and off. That sometimes, yeah, sometimes she's there with you, uh, and it's yeah, okay. It's hard to know what she really feels, and we're very different. She relies a lot on me, and that's heavy on your shoulder. Oh, sorry, yeah, it must be very, very tough, especially with the, um, yeah, it's the to see your mom memory declining this way.
Yeah, I did see some hope with being able to connect more with her heart. Like as soon as Viviane
Mm-hmm.
said her memory's declining, I heard, but it's okay because um the heart is still just as active, if not preparing for the next life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and not urgently, but it's like a very gradual progression. And it like I was saying earlier, like sending her love, asking, like talking to her heart, whether you're saying it out loud or in the room or not with her. That feels like a really lovely way of connecting. And I love what you were saying, Viviane. You were saying about like reintroducing memories and foods and things that like they're like a way of like all the ways that we say, like my wife would say, the fastest way to my heart's through my stomach. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
that's also true. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like these things are like really beautiful ways and food for the soul. What do our souls love? They love joy, and sometimes it's the little things as well, like saying I love you, or things that she enjoyed when she was younger, as a treat or like as a remembrance. That can be a great way to communicate with our hearts. So I hope that helps you. Sending so much love to you, Iris Arrow, and your mother.
Yes. And now is my turn. Okay, code. Okay, my turn now to choose our next. Oops, did I do that by mistake?
I did that. RJ's mix of things. Thank you so much for your kind
Oh.
words about meditations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do keep updating them every few weeks. I keep going in and updating the meditation challenges, and it's so lovely. I love reading people's feedback. I'm glad that they're helpful. I still do them myself. I do them. I do the talk to your spirit guides every day, and at least once every few days, depending on what work I'm doing, the entity removals, prevention of psychic attacks, like a whole load.
Okay, choose our next request now.
So we're choosing your next request. Say hello in the chat. Your name is selected.
Okay. Pat Jeremiah, please let us know if you're here. So just say hi in the chat.
Yeah, let us know, Pet Jeremiah. Are you here?
Mm-hmm. You asking who or what comes in the bedroom after your husband goes to work? Okay, you're here. Thanks so much.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I can start.
Mm-hmm.
With there's probably more to share. I saw that there's a portal in your wardrobe on the inside of it, and that what seemed most dominant was this being that comes through and it's quite mischievous. And it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like a neutral energy. I often feel like if you met another human that was kind of totally neutral, they would seem cold and callous, almost like psychotic, right? But the energy is not necessarily. It's like it. The energy just seemed like in part opportunist. Like, oh, once the husband's not there, I feel like I can come into this space more easily. This entity had heard of other beings doing this. It reminds me a little bit of the Monsters Inc. movie, but not like to. It seemed more like a kind of creepy feeling of like just watching and seeing what's going on. But it's not always exclusively that entity. It is dominant in what comes through the portal. But sometimes I did get glimpses of these like childlike entities, and they're coming in and like jumping on the bed, like they were much more active. None of it seemed like arguably for your highest good, and I'll see what Viviane has to say. But if you give permission to close the portal, please say so in the chat, because so far you've just asked to
Yeah.
understand what it is, but happy to help close any portals that don't serve your highest good.
I saw looking into the bedroom. I saw on the right a light mist, the size of an adult person.
Mhm.
I didn't really get much information other than that. And she's saying, yes, please close it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think it's human, or should I say, I don't think it's ever been human.
Yeah, it didn't have a shape, a form, like it was just
Mhm.
this like blob, like light.
So I close all portals, all gateways, any doorways into other dimensions or other aspects of this universe that don't have pet Jeremiah's permission, closing anything off, any mirrors, windows, doorways, wardrobes, closets, cupboards, and anything that is currently active that has come through these portals to return to from where they came. Again, just working around now and closing that up. It's quite an old, that's a really old portal.
Mm.
Archikama Sara Intiremo Unara Inara. And yeah, just it seemed like it needed programmed at the final closing. I shrunk it down really small. Let me just convince it to close. Antara Kichini Moroso. Okay, that's good. And this is a practice you can also do yourself, Pet Jeremiah, because it's your room, like it's your home, and you saying, I close all portals, I close all portals, I close all doorways, I close all gateways into any other dimensions. This is my space and my space alone, and only I can decide who is allowed in this space. You can vary any of that as you wish, but saying that, like, for instance, first thing in the morning, like if it's when your husband goes to work in the morning, and last thing at night, like this is a really empowering
Mm.
practice. It stops portals being opened up. That strong boundaries will help to stop that. And saying you're closing them, yeah, it was quite surprising how old. I didn't realize how old it was. It seems like many, many years old, and it's just been left neglected and open, and there are many of these around the
Mm.
planet. So yeah, hope that helps. Our pleasure to help
Yeah.
you, Jeremiah. Love your
Mm-hmm.
name.
Thank
So must be my turn.
Yes.
Choosing your next request. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. And it's Love Awakens. Was this the one I saw? Yeah, it was at 4:44 p.m. UK time. How lovely. Let us know, Love Awakens, if you're still here. And I just so want to make that joke about which is which. Like, why do witches wear name badges at conferences so they can tell which is which? Is that why I wear my name badge? Maybe it is. So yeah, Love Awakens is here. Fantastic. And you're asking if we can ask your guides if you're a star seed, and if so, which?
Okay.
Okay. I'm being taken on a bit of a journey. Let's take some notes. I can go first, or you can go first. I don't mind.
I I didn't get anything very specific yet, but I saw a it was like going through the stars, traveling through the stars, and I saw an image of a being with the arms open, and I heard we are all made of stars, and I saw just a lot of energy in and out of this being, and it was beautiful to see, but it wasn't clear to me a message as to which.
What's so cool is that um, although I have like areas of space, um, the I had like exactly the same like experience. The first that they traced, like the first thing they said, "Okay, John, you ready?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm ready." And they said, "Okay,
Mhm.
so we're tracing back." And so for before I share some of the names, it was like this
Mhm.
tracing through initially through our like night sky, so what we're familiar with, the clusters around us, and then going just beyond that, so like to the next galaxy, and then onto another galaxy, and I found it so confusing because I said, I this is just to me this is just open space. I don't know. I need a reference point, and I asked, could you show me a direction from the night sky? And they said,
Mhm.
John, that's not how galaxies work. And it's like, why can't it be? And it said, because your galaxy's spinning, so is that one. They're all moving around all the time. It's like it's not very helpful to show you direct lines all the time. It's like, oh, that's a shame. But they said, but I'll give you the name when I get to it. So
Mhm.
the first hop I saw was from Earth to Arcturus, and then from Arcturus to Pleiades, and then from the Pleiades out of our galaxy into Andromeda, and then so that Andromeda galaxy, and then before then was the um, and it's a new name to me, and this must be the name that the inhabitants give it, but its name is Mas Masweria. Masweria. I just put the spelling into the chat.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, it. Many of us have very long lineages. I met a client recently, and it's really common, right? But their soul they had one lifetime of
Mm.
millennia, and very high vibration being, and others have shorter lives, like 50, 100, 150, 300 years old, as different beings in our more local star system. Um, and what I have learned a lot more about in especially this last 12 months has been that this is true for our spirit guides too. Like all of us have these often as we have these many lifetimes, except we'll only really be ready to receive the awareness of them when we're
Mhm.
ready to receive it. And that's why I think even like because the concept starseed is often just like, oh yeah, I came from like I came from Sirius. Like, oh, that's lovely. I was there too. And then like you've got a friend,
Mhm.
and that's lovely, but it's lightly just part of the picture. And many of the trends I see is people come down from higher vibrations. So that's why that's in reverse order. You've been coming down in vibration, a descension to Earth. Um,
Mhm.
Come here and help, typically, and if not to help others, to help yourself, and a combination thereof. Um, but you're just saying, I had a dream where you left Earth and went out until you no longer saw stars. So our stars, that's lovely.
Hmm. Interesting.
I think that the James Webb telescope's showing like more and more like empty voids, right, in space
Yes.
as well, which is fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered what it's if you've ever been sailing in a little sailboat and you're surrounded by no land. I can only imagine what it's like. At least you have the water below you and the stars above you, but I can only imagine what it's like in a completely empty void.
Hmm.
Connecting through a cord. Wow, that's so cool. Lovely. Okay, is it your turn, Viviane?
Yes.
Fantastic. Wow, look,
Mhm.
we're an hour and 30 minutes in, and I got the order right. That's I know it's only 50. You get it wrong.
Okay, next request.
In your highest joy, when you're in flow, you're receiving abundance of energy. The opposite is true. When you're pushing too hard, you're draining yourself, and the illusion of time seems to take much longer.
Okay. Younging Bands, please say hi if you're in the chat. You're asking for a reading.
Oh, how lovely.
Hmm?
Is that the shortest request? It's so cool.
Yes.
May I have a reading today? It could be
Well, I
even
had to
shorter.
look again to see if I did I get it right. That's
It's so cool.
And just a reminder, if that we'll be here, we're here on Monday, in case. Justine is asking the title of the song.
Oh, good question. Hang on. Can I tell which one's playing? Oh, Energy is Time. It's called Energy is Time. I can quite quickly dig it out on YouTube. It'll be available on all of the streaming platforms too, because it's definitely an older one.
Yes.
It's called Energy is Time. I'm John Benny. Yeah, I found it.
And Younging Bands, please say hi if you're here. If not, we'll have to choose someone else.
And there's the link to the song. Young Game Band, so no, we're here. Let us know. I just had visions of playing that song to Einstein. It's like, it's like energy is time. That's. I'm sure that's not what my formula says.
Okay, no Younging Bands, so I'll go ahead and choose another.
And it's late her time as well. So
Yes, I thought about that too. Yes. Okay. Lotus Bloom, please say hi if you're here. You're asking for messages. Any messages for you and your family safety? Okay.
and Let's Bloom's here. Fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you for your request. Yeah, holding space for everyone that's
Yes.
affected by these changes in the world at this time. So, firstly, I'm shown that um, there's an effort to like to the negative, right? To like we could describe it as like warmongering, right? To there's an effort to amplify the fear in people to escalate the situation um, in India and neighboring countries, um, and that this you could describe it like a it's like it's a spotlight that's kind of moving like a dark spotlight that's moving around the earth. Like it's gonna keep going to other places. So this message isn't just for you, Lotus Bloom. And I've for what it's worth, I've never heard this message, but it's really, really beautiful. And that is um I wrote this in the newsletter I did on Monday, so I should just about to be able to remember the numbers, but I was shown very clearly. So for you, Lotus Bloom, and your family, your loved ones, to increase your safety is for you to step more into love. And I asked, oh, like what does like why and like how does that increase your safety and what effects does it have? And the first is I saw that your heart, when we often see like missiles being dropped on like little simulations, there's like a kind of blast radius. And there's the blast radius of love is an order of magnitude larger than fear. And I saw like as you open your heart into love, you create like a far greater like sphere around you of quite considerable distance of that love energy. And just like our loved ones, we're far less likely to attack each other and be attacked when we have those feelings of love. Like everybody, every living thing in this world has that. Like we've all experienced love, giving and receiving it. So it kind of triggers this response in us. The numbers I was referring to, 20 hertz for shame at the lowest frequency um, uh, emotion versus 540 hertz, I think. Yeah, 540 hertz for joy. It's even higher for like love and unconditional love. Like you're up into like 1,000 plus. Like it's that scale. It's like 20 to up into like 1,000 difference. That's a hertz frequency. So the energy behind and the increase in vibration, higher than these fear like energies. And I asked, well, what can Lotus Bloom do and your loved ones to help protect you? Like, how do you connect more with that love in the face of fear? And it's simply to when you're aware of what's going on in the news, what you're hearing from others, your own personal experiences, is find that love that you have for other humans first of all, because we do have an inherent built-in desire to love others. And what's happening is there's other forces trying to stop you, trying to divide you, trying to keep, to create stronger boundaries between our countries and keep more of us in fear. And so finding that love, and when people, because others are going through just the same emotions you are, right? They're feeling fear. They're feeling, some of these feelings are like injustice and feeling hard done by. And then what can help overcome that is this love energy saying, I love these other people. It is love that wins wars. It's not like, was there ever really a war that was won with violence alone, with the war itself? When you really think about it, and you can suppress countries for decades and decades, but what happens is this cycle, right? The love emerges, the love comes back up, and it wins again. So the wars are never really won through violence because you can never really suppress someone's heart. You never stop them feeling love or choosing love, and love is far higher and far stronger um, than any war or fear like tactic. So just encouraging you to connect into that love feeling that you have towards others, and know that it is significantly more powerful than the fear propagates against you and your loved ones at this time. And it'll also help you keep safe. How about you, Viviane?
Yes, beautiful message, and what I saw compliments why your message, because I saw a heart holding onto like a blanket and just like wrapping itself in this like thick cozy blanket as if it is uh, used as a shield too. So um, yeah, that just reinforces what you said to stay in that um, love energy, and I can imagine how difficult it can be being in your situation and worrying for your family. But yes, tuning to that high frequency love energy, and that would it's a way of shielding you from this um, terrible situation surrounding you and your family.
Thank you, Viviane.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like our love for each other, including all of
Mm-hmm.
you in this chat, live stream, and replay is our love for each other is the ultimate act of defiance. Like this is a global war, right? This is not just, and they
Yeah.
will try and pick on each of us individually all the time,
Mm-hmm.
um, and make out that that these like we see patterns of all these things. We battled each other for lifetimes and centuries, and you can't stop the division in humanity. It's like that's not true. You can. We can
Mm-hmm.
bring the division between us, and it's all of us together, with our open hearts towards each other. uh Liz Bloom, you're saying that it's very helpful. I was in love energy until my city became a threat and everyone
Yeah.
panicked. I'll go back to love, and that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
You And it's so brave, right? It takes bravery, right? It's not like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll just love, the threat against you, because you're not loving that. You're loving the other people um that are seeking love in their hearts too. And yeah, I caught myself, when I saw simulations of missiles being
Mm-hmm.
dropped on the UK, and I'm like, and
Mm-hmm.
you often hear the US saying things like, "Oh, they'll be fine. They know what to do," and it's like, oh, but I'm pretty sure the UK has given up so much of its sovereignty to other countries. And you're just like, John, stop it. Like, I was there for about 5 seconds, and it's like, okay, back to love,
Mm-hmm.
John, back to your day job. It's like, this is a war for our hearts and our souls. And it's love is our choice. It's always
Yes.
there to be chosen. Okay, is it my turn?
Yes.
Wonderful. Let's play this music.
And I can breathe now.
Choosing the next request.
I can feel now.
This one was strong. The force was strong within this one.
Oh no.
Bernadette, the
Fears
Unleashing
and
Potential
shadows.
podcast. Please let us know if you're here.
Fears inside. I shine
I won't type all that out, but I'll just say I think you're the only Bernadette here.
love and light.
If you're still
Mm-hmm.
here,
And all along, all we need to look inside.
you're asking for healing with your spine and mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Can you continue to heal?
Changes the world by facing our
Beautiful song.
shadows, by healing inside.
Bernadette, are you here? Oh, it's hard when like the energy is strong and you're like, John, you've got to
Yeah.
choose this one. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have my eyes open, and it's like screaming at me.
Yeah, I saw it before too, and okay, this question.
All along was me. I trapped
I love that
myself
song.
by
This song,
avoiding facing the fear
if it's this one that's playing,
Mm-hmm.
of going
is
alone
called
and
It's
trusting
Changing This World from
'Cause this experience
Oh, changing this world from inside.
happens for us.
I can just quickly look that up.
All
And
our
we're waiting for Bernadette if you're around.
mistakes are lessons for us to change this world from
Oh, it's also the name of an album.
facing our shadows and sending them a little love and light. We're changing this world from inside. We're facing our fears, our
Any sign of
shadows
Bernadette?
No.
Okay. Just put this song into the comments.
just a little love and light.
And I'll choose another.
Once
Mhm.
at a time.
Not another song, John. Another comment. There we go. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Justine, Ghostbusters. Ah, if only had the theme tune.
Okay.
Are you here, Justine?
Source that's God inside your heart, shining bright and letting love and light. We're changing this world.
It says never thank you. So you're here.
Finances and prosperity. Okay.
So you're wondering if you have a finance and prosperity block. I cannot believe you chose me. Well, there's a block, you see. So let's take a look. I'm just getting a lot of detail. It's really interesting visualization.
Mm-hmm.
So I was shown for you, Justine, if you've ever had a piggy bank. I'm not sure I've ever really owned one, similar objects, but not a piggy bank. But I was shown a piggy bank within your solar plexus. And this visualization, as I saw these, they're like little dollar signs, like little golden dollar signs, and they were coming down. They seem to be coming down like from your crown, so it's like from your conscious awareness, and they were flowing down, and they were trying to go into the solar plexus. And initially, there was like this kind of observation that the ability to receive in your solar plexus was really tight. Like there's just a tiny hole to put in it. And I said, but that's the shape of a piggy bank, right? Like you're showing me a visualization of a piggy bank, and like why is that so special? And I said, well, it's because the piggy bank is full. I was like, oh, what does that mean? It's like, well, it means that what Justine has is like this solar plexus that has a very small capability of receiving, and then there's like this fullness feeling. There's a need to release energy. I'm sure that's the first time. Definitely is the first time I've seen that visualization. I can take a step closer now and look at the solar plexus. What did you find, Viviane?
I saw something interesting. I looked into the solar plexus, and I saw it was all these golden yellow coins, and I saw this arm, reaching for and grabbing some of them, and then I heard count your blessings. So that was part of it. Is just like
Yeah.
it's there, and it's within your reach, but counting your blessings and having gratitude, and acknowledging the little gifts, I guess. Well, acknowledging the little coins, because there are a lot of them, and they were not necessarily a high value each. So but there are tons of them. So as you reach and gather them, and you count them, and as you count your blessings, they start to grow and value. And so yeah, that was what I saw.
That's wonderful. So building on that further, I was shown
Mm-hmm.
as you're describing that, the technique that Justine can do is like to count your blessings. So, and to be clear, it's not just money,
Mm-hmm.
but it
Yeah.
felt like this gold, like it. But both you and I saw gold, right? It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's that the. I remember I was like watching a YouTube video that earlier, and there like these indigenous people were saying, "Gold, what use do we have for that? Like that's worthless to us. You can't eat it, you can't build with it. It's rubbish." And the feeling, it's that precious like object that you feel with gold.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw, Justine, you're just writing down, like, get little bits of paper, and you'd write down things like, I saw examples like, I am grateful for my money. I'm grateful. And another one was, I'm grateful for my energy. And then I'm grateful for my time. And you can add a little bit more, like, the time I
Mm-hmm.
have to my spare time in a week, or and I was asking why would Justine do all this? And it's because it's like it's a transfer. You're freeing up, you're unblocking your piggy bank. And I heard you like you're like going to the bank of gratitude, like banking your gratitude, and it's the
Mm-hmm.
gratitude that releases this. And fascinatingly, there's not really like this isn't something that really Viviane and I can help you with, because like you're the one storing it there.
Yeah.
Um, and it's not like some sort of random entity or some witchcraft blockage or something. It's really just allowing you to free yourself up. And I love that
Mm-hmm.
it's gratitude that will help you do so.
Yes.
And yeah, banking, that it's just that fascinates me.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me reflect a lot more on some of my journey with lack in more in the
Mm-hmm.
past. Gratitude's definitely been a big part of it, but not as conscious of overcoming that. For every
Mm-hmm.
time if I felt lack, if I just felt gratitude, it's like every time you're feeling like you don't have enough money, look at your bank account and go, "I'm so grateful for this money."
Mm-hmm.
Is a great start. I hope that helps you, Justine. We didn't have any ghosts today for you, but there's plenty of those in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So probably got time for one more. Was there any sign of Bernadette? Um,
Let's see.
I
No,
don't
I
think
think
so.
so. Let me double check. No, unfortunately, no Bernadette.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll choose the last request.
Thank you. I hear some birds in the background. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel as I step into this ascension.
Nice.
I select my
Linda Dantra,
low is
please let us know if you're here. You asking for a clearing for blocks and a quick scan.
Linda, don't you let us know if you're here. Linda, don't you, are you here?
Oh, yeah, she's here. Thank
Great.
you. Okay.
Let's turn down the music. The immediate energy I feel is quite. It's like feeling frazzled, and it's like this kind of almost like jittery outside energy. This is just
Mm-hmm.
most of this coming from the or resonating out through the auric field.
Yeah, I'm getting a chill as I say that.
It's going to help you just start by helping you ground. And just clearing out your auric fields as well, removing anything that doesn't serve your highest good. Interestingly, as I do that, there's still some things left inside. So there's some things in there that do serve your highest good. Or return to source, or never return here again.
While you're doing that, I felt a movement in my heart.
Yeah, something caused like this overload, and this is real. Like, I don't know how rare this is. I don't know how rare this is, but it's super super rare to see. It's like I talk about negative entities. These are positive entities, and in the auric field, and I was like, oh, what are these? And Archangel Raphael said, John, they're filter feeders. I was like, oh, that's cool. And they seem to be like what they're doing is consuming the excess, like electrical energy, this electromagnetic energy from around your auric fields. And of course, where is the most dominant generator of the toroidal field of your body? It's your heart, which is what
Yeah.
you were feeling, Viviane.
Okay.
I'm hearing it was an ascension wave that caused this overload. And Linda's higher self is saying that she thought that it was that it would have been okay. It's like that her higher self was like, I can take this, but our guides were advising not to take on so much energy. It feels like quite recent. Is it within the last 3 weeks? How does the heart look? What do you see, Viviane? Oh, you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see a glow around the heart. It is like a pink magenta glow.
Lovely. Yeah, I was being shown that when you like the old not LED light bulbs, but the filament light bulbs, when you turn them off, so after they've been like blasted with electricity for ages, and it was almost like the little filament would be like glowing afterwards, and that's what your guide was saying. It's like the after effect and the remaining integration of this ascension wave energy. I'm just asking if there's anything we can do beyond grounding to help. Just talk to your heart chakra. your heart, I can feel it as well. Your heart chakra saying, like, I've got this. I can do this. I can do this. Really fiercely independent. I'm just zooming back out as well, just to check around the rest of your auric fields. So practices feel like grounding are really going to help you. And one way of thinking about this is that it's a bit like being like struck by lightning or something. Like it's really an intense energy that you've experienced. But lots of us experience these ascension energies that you just took on a bit too much. And it's not that you like, it's almost just like a blip. It's a learning curve, right? So yeah, sitting on the grass is really helpful as well, or sitting on the ground, stone. If you can't get there, pavement. If you can't do that, do it in meditation. Just sit down and on the floor and release anything into earth, anything that doesn't serve your highest good. And I was just going to ask about these filter feeders too. Oh yeah, okay. Archangel Raphael says, "Don't worry, they'll find their next person once they're done." So they're just clearing up your auric field. It's very cool. Yeah, I hope that helps you, Linda. You said I have a sinus cold and the energy here in is too much for me sometimes. Yeah, I did. Like I noticed that it was funny because I saw the blockage. There's like a very small blockage in the crown chakra, but it wasn't. I asked if I should do anything about it. I think that's what I'm seeing with your sinus cold, and your guide said, "No, there's no like you'll just work through that yourself." Yes, go and follow Viviane.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't believe it.
Some more good.
Getting close to 600. That's very
Oh,
nice.
it's amazing. I cherish these moments.
Yes, absolutely.
Every milestone. I can't. I have an idea who my first subscriber might have been, but I know who my longest standing subscriber is, Lynn Mitzi, and we definitely reminisce. It's like always celebrate the first step, right? The first step in your journey to Everest, first step in, going solo in your in your own business, doing something new in your life. Always the first step to celebrate, and every step thereafter. Don't just wait until the gazillion something of numbers or days or hours or money or subscribers, whatever.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you everyone for coming along today. As you saw, you can if Viviane's work and energy resonates with you, please do feel free to book her in. Her email is there in the chat, and you can also subscribe to Viviane. That would be amazing. And if you look in the description as well, you'll see I did add, I can't believe it's not been there, is like a booking link for my services. You can feel free to book me as well if it resonates. And then also I put in the chat the free meditations. They're a fantastic place to get started. And even if you do book me, then you can get started with those for free and try them out. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for engaging. Thank you, Viviane. That's kind. So I will bring our session to an end. And to do so, I'd like to invite all of us now to step outside of the session bubble as we remain in our individual protected bubbles, thanking our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia. Every soul that's participated in today's session as I close the session down and return it to Source or never return here again. And yes, please do get plenty of rest, drink plenty of water. And you need to get more. And yeah, take good care of yourselves. And especially, let's all have a thought for each other around the world. Any of us that are going through any suffering, any challenges at this time, just sending each other, as Amy Harris says, sending everyone tons of love. It is this love that will save us and save this planet. So thank you for all your love and all you do, everyone. Thank you, Viviane.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Sending love, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
We'll see you Monday.
Yes, see you Monday.
Bye.